Good evening and welcome to the Whiskey Lovers Society with me, Gert Retief, and tonight we are doing a little bit of a comparison. Now, for the people that has been following me and subscribed to the channel, now you know what I'm talking about. I did two videos, both Arrans, and I was so super impressed with these Arrans. Now, I did promise to do a comparison between the two. One is from the Argonne region in France, and the one is from the Bordeaux region in France. And of course, if you haven't seen the videos, well, you need to subscribe to ring that notification bell so that you get all the videos. So please remember that. It also helps the channel grow. And, well, it is both 15-year-old whiskies, both matured in wine cask from different regions in France. And I was quite excited when I saw these Arrans. Now I am a little bit of a fanboy when it comes to Arran. The previous videos that I made, well, one that stood out for me was the 17-year-old. Oh my word, it is a really fantastic. So Arran, in my eyes, cannot make a bad whiskey. So for these two, I will also leave a link at the end card so that you can go check out the full review. For tonight, it is about the nosing and the tasting, comparing the two and picking my favorite. And I know it's not going to be an easy one, as they are absolutely fantastic in each their own way. Now, just on the ABV, the Argonne is 53.5% ABV, and the Bordeaux is 52.8% ABV. All natural color, non-chill filtered, so really ticking the boxes. Now, I did give it a little bit of time in the glass, maybe 15 odd minutes. So I need to be very careful. I did pick two different glasses so that I am not make a mistake on mixing them up. You can see the Bordeaux. It seems to me a little bit more on the darker side if you compare the two of the whiskies. So definitely a little bit more, maybe a wetter cask, but definitely a little bit more color going into the Bordeaux version of this. Now, I'm going to not make this a long video. I'm not going to add water to it. I'm not going to ruin the experience. I'm not going to try to suppress some of the good flavors that come out. So the Argonne, and of course, thanks Greg for making sure that I pronounce it correctly. Oh my word, it is just fantastic. That is so rich. It's got all of that mellow notes of a well-matured whiskey. And if you go watch, I think 15 years on the nose, it feels like 19, 20 years on the nose. So it is a nice, between the two, if I try this one, on the Bordeaux, it seems to be a little bit more darker, not just on color, but it's a little bit darker on the notes as well. The aromas feel a little bit more intense on the Bordeaux version. But it's sweet, both of them. If you are not into sweet whiskies, you're not going to like this one. This one, a little bit of a furniture polish coming in. That caramel notes, that chocolate notes is there. And every time that I go back, it feels a little bit sweeter. Even a little bit in a almost sherry-like notes that come out. Really nice. This is anybody that, if you are not even a whiskey drinker, is going to sit and smell this thing forever and ever, and just finding all this inviting aromas. On the Bordeaux version, there's a little bit of a green note. I didn't pick that up the previous time. It feels like a little bit of a fresh cut grass. I didn't pick that up the last time. And then you get that lovely sweetness, that caramel notes, that chocolate notes. Also that raisins, the dates and the figs notes that come out. Although it is not a sherry cask influence, it's red wine cask. But it is just lovely. Now, one of my subscribers, I was talking about, I cannot pick up wine notes, and he said, maybe I'm looking for the wrong note. Not looking for something that's so similar to wine, that little sour note, even a little bit of a grape note, but there's a little differences between the notes from a sherry cask and maybe to a red wine or white wine cask. So I think he's correct. I need to train myself to pick up that little bit different notes between a sherry cask and or maybe a wine cask or ex-bourbon cask. But both of them are so stunning, and I think if you've asked me yesterday, when I made the second video, I was all for the Bordeaux. Today it's a little bit different, and I think the Argonne has got a little bit of that lightness is really drawing me in today. And then on the Bordeaux, that darker notes can be a little bit distracting sometimes. But I think if you give it a little bit of time in the glass, it's going to change as well. And I can change my mind probably back and forth for the next day or two. But also on this one, now today I'm not going to add water, but it takes water fantastic. Both of them, they make this nice crispness out of it, that sweetness out of it, that maturity, that little bit of a leathery note coming out. So it does take water well. Be careful, not too much. Maybe if you insist on adding water, maybe a teaspoon on a nice dram should be more than enough, sufficient. Price-wise, of course, both of them 170 euros. Recommended retail price was 130. So yeah, it's going up there. So if you're interested in one of these whiskies, quickly go pick up one. It's going to be the best whiskey that you've tried in a long time. Now, we have to make a decision. Taste-wise, the Argonne, well, even at that high ABV, I have no problem. That alcohol is not kicking your teeth in. It's not burning the taste buds. It's smooth. It's mellow. It is just fantastic. Now, I was a little bit worried the first time that I tried it. So I take small sips. Always a good advice. High ABV, small sips, just to try it. And then, of course, you add some water. I always try it a little bit. On the Bordeaux, let me just give it a small wee dram. Wow. It is so different, actually. On the nose, the lightness, the darkness, but on the taste, the Bordeaux version is so much more intense for me. Even on the alcohol, loads and loads of intensity, heat, hotness that comes off it. wow, picking my favorite is really a struggle today. And when I started thinking about this video, I had a clear winner, but it shows me it depends on when you're drinking it. Things can change a lot over time. So picking the winner on the nose, I think I am going for this Argonne because it is such a lovely, friendly note on the nose. And on the taste, just want to make sure. Oh my word, yeah. For me tonight, I will definitely the Arran 15-year-old Argonne wine cask finish is definitely the winner for me between the two. Well, if you tried it, what did you think? Is that the winner for you? Which one would you pick if you have the 170 euros? I hope Santa is generous this year and maybe deliver me one of these two, but definitely the Argonne, the pure winner for me tonight. So thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, share and subscribe, and I see you next time. Cheers.